So I'm in a hot seat because I'm standing between everybody and the exit doors. So I'll try to keep to the script. First, I want to just say how honored I am to be in this group of inductees. Sitting there and listening to all of your backgrounds and biographies I am incredibly, incredibly honored to be in your presence. So congratulations to all of the inductees. I have to start also by calling Mr. Evans out, and I'll get to that in a minute. He mentioned that I was the class valedictorian, and I want to start by talking about the theme of my valedictory address, which coincidentally was 30 years ago. I was class of '92. The theme of that speech was education is not a selfish venture. And that theme was one that Carol Pettick, who was my English teacher at the time, helped me to distill into a sentence. But it was a theme that my parents really instilled in me as a young child. And what that means, education not being a selfish venture, means that when you go to a school like Lee High School or Carreer High School, and you have teachers and administrators and other educators who pour into you, coaches, the way we all received, you have an obligation to give something back to your community. And I want to call Mr. Evans out for a minute as an example of one of those teachers. When I was in 9th grade, I remember there were days when I wasn't in the best of spirits. And Mr. Evans cared enough to pull me to the side and ask me about what was going on. And I remember senior year, when I was accepted into college, Mr. Evans knew that my family had limited financial means, and he brought me a t-shirt from my university that I could wear around the school for those couple of weeks before graduation. I'm not done yet. On days when I was so sick that I had to go home early from school, there were times when Mr. Evans volunteered to drive me home to my neighborhood in Newhallville so that I didn't have to take the bus there. I could go on, and I won't call him out about the special gift he gave me tonight, but you are certainly one of my favorite teachers. I was also fortunate to have Mrs. Neighbors as my biology teacher. You've all heard all of her stories. So there are other teachers in this room, I think, who taught me. I don't know if you want to wave your hands. I know I saw Mr. Williams earlier. I think I heard Mr. Cherney in the back. Thank you for all you poured into us. I think if nothing else, if we all leave this room today with all this positive energy, understanding our obligation to give something back to the community. It's up to us to make changes when we see that things need to happen in the world. And so don't always point to the thems and the theys who you think need to make those changes. It's our turn to stand up and make that work happen. So I am honored to stand before you as the United States Attorney for this district, and I look forward to calling on all of you. One last note of thanks to my family and my good friends who are at the table here supporting me tonight. I just can't do any of the work that I do without my village. And so again, I thank those from Carreer High School, those who have taught Lee High School and Carreer High School and are still doing the great work that brought us all here today. Thank you.